What's up, everybody? My name is Justin. Welcome to my channel, 502 Fragrance Reviews, where the goal of my channel is to give you amazing recommendations for great fragrances, while at the same time bridging the gap between those that are in the fragrance community and those that are the average consumers. At any point in this video, you're having a good time, you enjoy watching my content, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, because I got a lot of great content planned for you guys. Hit that post notification bell to let you know when I upload a new video. So, by the title of today's video, as you can tell, this is episode 2 now of a series I got on my channel, which is try these fragrances if you like these fragrance notes. I have already done episode 1 to this. I'm going to leave an end card at the end of the video so you can click on that to check it out as well. But all I'm doing is there's 5 different fragrances I'm recommending to you. Each one I'm highlighting a specific note in each of those fragrances. So if you like a certain note in particular, there's a good chance you're going to like this type of fragrance. So I ain't gonna hold up too much time. Don't want my videos to get too long. Let's get into these 5 fragrance recommendations. The first fragrance I want to recommend to you guys, this is for people that like the note of cedarwood in fragrances. I know typically when you think of woody fragrances like cedarwood, typically they're more geared towards the fall and winter type of fragrance whenever they're cedarwood dominant. More so in your spring and summer fragrances, cedarwood is used more so as a supporting base note to like a more fresher aquatic type fragrance. But I want to recommend to you guys a spring and summer fragrance that's based around cedarwood. That's actually not a heavy fragrance. It's more lighter. This comes from the house of Creed, and this is Creed's Cedre Blanc. Now, Cedre Blanc, if you don't know, this is part of their Aqua Original collection. This is actually technically, I've been told this by Creed rep. The Aqua Original collection is supposed to be the introductory collection into Creed, but most customers, they more so just go immediately for the Heritage collection, which is kind of like that intermediate level of Creed, technically. But enough of that. This fragrance right here, Cedre Blanc, it's a fragrance right here that I did have at one point, and I did enjoy wearing it. It is a woody aromatic fragrance with dominant notes of course, cedarwood, but also you've got bergamot and you've got galbanum. Now, in my experience wearing this fragrance, it has average longevity and average projection and sillage, but I like it because it's a different take on cedarwood. You've got your more aromatic notes in here like laurels, and you got some cardamom. When you first spray this, the opening of it I think is very nice. When it comes to, you got the laurels, cardamom, and you got bergamot with galbanum as well. I'm really starting to like galbanum quite a bit in fragrances. It's not your typical fragrance note that's super mass appealing, but as this fragrance transitions to the dry down or the mid dry down, you got a mixture of florals that's in the heart of this fragrance. Those being geranium, lily, and jasmine, and it provides a nice softness to the fragrance. I don't know if that makes sense too much to y'all, but to me, the florals softens up the cedarwood. Typically with cedarwood, some fragrances I've experienced where it's cedarwood dominant, it's really rough around the edges, but in a good way. But in this fragrance right here, the cedarwood is just, it's rounded by more softer fragrance notes, more aromatic fragrance notes. And even going down to the base of the fragrance, the base with the cedarwood, you've also got vetiver and sandalwood, and I do pick up on a good amount of vetiver with the cedarwood, but I just think it's a fragrance that it's definitely on the more underrated side. I'm not saying the fragrance is mind-blowingly good, but I think it's a fragrance right here where if you're a fan of cedarwood fragrances and you want to, or woody fragrances in general, and you know, we're in the spring and summertime. I know we're quarantined unfortunately, but say you want a more lighter take on cedarwood. You've already got your heavier cedarwood fragrances, your heavier woody fragrances for fall, winter. You want a lighter take on cedarwood. I think Creed Cedre Blanc is a solid one. A nice mixture of the woodiness with some aromatic notes, and also you got a nice floral undertone to soften up the cedarwood. The next fragrance I want to recommend to you guys is a new fragrance from this year. If you're a fan of the fragrance note of apple, if you like fragrances that's more dominant around apple, check out Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Love is Love. This one right here, guys, I don't know what other fragrance viewers are going to think of this fragrance. I think I was the first one to do a first impressions, or maybe one of the first few, but I think that this is a solid fragrance. I think this is gonna be, if the other YouTubers aren't feeling this fragrance, to me personally, this will end up being one of the better underrated fragrance releases of this year so far. But anyway, this fragrance right here is based around apple, Granny Smith apple to be exact. In addition, you've also got apple gelato in this fragrance. The opening of this fragrance is gorgeous in a way. Like I said in my first impressions of this fragrance, I'm gonna leave the link to the end of the first impressions video of this fragrance. I think that in a way, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Love is Love sort of reminds me of Creed's Millésime Imperial, where it's got that sea salty fruity vibe. Whereas in Millésime Imperial, it's more about melons. To my nose, this is more about, of course, the apple. It's got grapefruit. It's got, I think, mandarin orange, bergamot. It's also got amberwood in the base, but to me, the amberwood is not too pronounced. It just gives the fragrance more depth. This fragrance right here, guys, I know Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense is very well known in the fragrance community, but I'll let you guys know, like I said in my first impressions video of Light Blue Love is Love, one day at work, I sprayed Light Blue Intense on this hand, Light Blue Love is Love on the other hand. I went around and I asked 7 women, I think it was 7, which one you like more. I didn't tell them what it was at all. And 5 of the women said they like Light Blue Love is Love more than Light Blue Intense. I think Light Blue Love is Love is going to be it's going to be a summer banger. There's a good chance I may pick this fragrance up. I may still want Light Blue Intense as well, but it's a very nice fruity aquatic fragrance that's based around apple. I have not came across too many apple based fragrances in my journey so far, and this is one right here. You know, unfortunately, Dolce & Gabbana's been putting out kind of poor releases as of late, but this new Light Blue Love is Love release, I think this one right here is a solid release that's definitely worth checking out. If you want something that's more lighter, more aquatic, more fresh, definitely check out Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Love is Love, especially if you like the note of apple. Now, the first 2 fragrances that I showed you guys, I didn't actually have a bottle of, but I've got experience with it. This next fragrance I want to show you guys, I actually do have a bottle of right here, and I'm going to show you guys. This one right here, the next fragrance, the third fragrance I want to show you guys, is for those that like the notes of rose in fragrances. And yes, the note of rose. This comes from the house of YSL, and you're seeing this fragrance right here show up in a lot of spring lists this year, every year. This comes from the house of YSL, like I said, and this is YSL's L'homme Ultime. This bad boy right here. This one is a fantastic release by the house of YSL. And not only am I wanting to show this because I enjoy it that much, I am showing y'all this fragrance because sadly, this fragrance is discontinued, 100% confirmed. I don't like, you don't gotta say, oh, I've been hearing rumors this is discontinued. No. This is 100% discontinued. It's showing up in the beauty buy section of YSL's website. There's no rumors. This is done. Like, get it while you can. This fragrance right here is a very nice rose-based fragrance for men. This has a gorgeous opening. When you first spray this, you get the rose, but you also get a really nice grapefruit note in addition to ginger and cardamom. This is a flanker of the original YSL's L'homme, and the ginger that's in that L'homme DNA, the ginger is still present in here, but it's more so in the top notes. This fragrance right here is so good. It is, to me, a gorgeous fragrance for the springtime and even summer too, and even going into fall. I think this is a nice 3-season fragrance. I wouldn't wear this in the wintertime personally, but this will be it's a very nice, it's a nice daily driver fragrance. This one right here to me would be an underrated compliment getter. Why underrated, you say? Because first off, not many guys are gonna be wearing this, but second off, this is a rose-based fragrance. In my time of being in retail, when it comes to being a department store with fragrances, I have a lot of customers that are turned off by the note of rose. But the funny thing is that I have customers that say they wear this fragrance right here, they like it a lot, and it's actually based around rose, and they don't even know it. This one right here, if you spray this on, I think the likelihood of you getting compliments with this is very, very high, because it's very pleasant and it's not overbearing. I see typically now that more so fragrances that are not overbearing, it's got a nice pleasant sillage to it, those are the ones that get you noticed more. I'm starting to see that a little bit more and more. This is one right here that'll do that. It is very solid from opening all the way to the dry down. I may get a backup bottle of this soon as well, because it's getting continued. And this has got really nice performance on my skin, at least it lasts 7 to 8 hours. I do want to put out a review of this soon. This comes now to YSL. If you like the fragrance notes of rose, check out YSL's L'homme Ultime. This next fragrance I want to talk to you guys about, oh man, this one is really good. I've actually got a sample of it sitting over there. This next fragrance right here is for those that likes the note of lemon in fragrances. This comes from the house of Mancera, and this is Mancera's Aoud Lemon Mint. Man, guys, this is such a good fragrance, and just like in Mancera fashion, this fragrance right here has a nice potency to it. If you spray this fragrance on right here, the odds are it's going to last you the entire day. You're going to be getting wafts through the entire day. This fragrance is solid, and this fragrance right here is all about the notes of lemon, but it's lemon to me in a way that may be different than you expect. Typically, at least I see this more so with average consumers in my time, once again, being in a department store. Many people associate lemon in fragrances, like they associate lemon with the smell of lemon cleaner, because sometimes, you know, it comes across really metallic. The lemon's too, you know, forward, and the supporting notes doesn't help ease that lemon tone. This fragrance right here, Aoud Lemon Mint, the notes support the lemon perfectly. This one right here is a nice creamy lemon fragrance. And you may be asking, what do you mean by creamy, Justin? Well, this also has a nice top note of almond in addition to the lemon. And the almond and the lemon in here is very, very well together. I do have another fragrance that's also got a nice almond and citrus combo, that being Guerlain's L'homme Ideal Cologne. It's got a nice creamy citrus smell. The exact same thing happens in here. This is a very nice creamy lemon fragrance that lasts all day. The lemon will sort of die down as it gets into the dry down. The lemon doesn't stay throughout. It's actually more so in the mid dry down, you get a jasmine, you know, getting a little bit of a floral vibe that comes out in the mid dry down. And also you do have a nice oud in here, but to me the oud is a very wearable oud. In addition to the lemon and almond that I said is really prominent in this fragrance, oud is the third note that's also very prominent. These are the three main notes in this fragrance. And the oud is very wearable. It does not come across stanky or animalic. It's a very nice, fresher take on oud. And it's also got a nice little bit of a sweetness in here coming from amber and vanilla as well in the base, but it never goes too sweet. It's just got a nice balance of different aspects. Citrus, creamy almond, a little bit of florals, a little bit of sweetness from vanilla and amber, and you got like a nice woody oud. It's a very solid fragrance, and I think this one right here has potential to be a very big compliment getter. This is on my list of fragrances to get. For those of y'all that may be interested in this fragrance, I ordered my sample because it's sitting over there. I ordered my sample from crystalfragrances.com. I'll leave a link to all of these of where you can buy the fragrance or samples of it in the description. So definitely check out the description. But yes, it's another fragrance right here that's solid, man. If you like the note of lemon, check out Mancera's Aoud Lemon Mint. And the last fragrance I want to recommend to you guys. This is one right here that I don't think is very well known in the fragrance community, but I've got to show you guys this, man. I'm going to Indie House this time. The last fragrance I want to show you guys is for those that likes the note of rhubarb in fragrances. Yes, I'm going with a very unique fragrance note of rhubarb. And this right here comes from the house of Ineke Parfums. This is Ineke Idyllwild. This one right here is super solid. It's a modern take on aromatic fougere, but it's got a nice twist to it with a nice tart rhubarb note. It is so good, man. Some of the main notes you got in here, you've got a rhubarb. I think you also got rhubarb, you got grapefruit, you got lavender, you got cypress, you got fir balsam. You got some green tea in here, I believe, or black tea, some type of tea note. I did have a sample of this that I received from American Perfumer. I'm gonna leave a link once again to all this below in the description. This fragrance right here is super solid. I was hesitant on getting a bottle of this at first, but as I finished my sample, I'm like, okay, I've got to get this at some point. If I had gotten this fragrance right here in time, this would have made my top 10 spring and niche fragrances list. This would have made it. It is a very solid fragrance, and it does got that fougere vibe, but it's like super modernized, and it's got even like an even more unique take on it with the rhubarb and grapefruit. It is and the tea, like, it's definitely got a fougere element. It's aromatic, but it is a very good fragrance with impressive performance on my skin. It lasts around 8 hours on my skin each time that I have worn it, which is really solid. I think that it's a fragrance right here that, because it's not very well known, and because the house of Ineke, to me, at least in the fragrance community, I don't think it's super well known. I like to recommend fragrances to you guys that typically other reviewers may not have talked about. And this is one right here. It is a fragrance, and this is a house, a brand I think is solid, because I've got another fragrance by this house. Another sample. A sample of another fragrance by this house that is also, once again, very solid. But anyway, this one right here, that tart rhubarb note, man. Rhubarb is not used a lot in fragrances. However, typically when rhubarb is used in fragrances, people really enjoy that note. Even though they may not even know what they're smelling. Lacoste L'homme is another good example. This is a very solid fragrance with impressive performance, a modern take with a unique twist on aromatic fougere. If you like the note of rhubarb in fragrances, definitely check out Ineke Parfums Idyllwild. That's all I got for you guys today, man. These are 5, I think, solid fragrance recommendations that highlights different types of notes. You got cedar wood in here that I covered with Cedre Blanc by Creed. You got apple, which with Dolce Like Beloved Love. Rhubarb with Ineke Parfums Idyllwild. Lemon with Mancera Aoud Lemon Mint, and rose with YSL L'homme Ultime. Whenever I do these type of videos right here where I recommend 5 fragrances based off a certain fragrance note or a fragrance type, I'm kind of more so basing it around the season that we're in, because that way you can try it, and if you want to buy it now, you can. The weather's getting warmer, so I'm going to more so focus on warmer weather fragrances. I'm not focusing on cooler weather fragrances anymore, really. The time will come for that. For now, I'm focusing on stuff that could be nice for the wear time and the now. So like I said, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Let me know in the comment section below, what are some of your fragrances that you got in your collection that you really enjoy that's got prominent notes of what I featured? Do you have a nice lemon fragrance that you like, or rose, apple, cedar wood? Is there certain fragrances that you got in your collection right now that highlight those notes that you really enjoy? Let me know in the comment section below, because you know I love to talk to y'all in the comment section below. And let me know in the comment section, what are some fragrances that you want me to try out, because I'm about to start a new upcoming series on my channel that's going to be involving fragrance samples. So I will be, anything that recommend to me, I will check out, most likely, if it interests me. So that's all I got for you guys today, man. Hope you have a nice day, nice evening. Till next time.